Hello, fourth grade. Welcome to today's math lesson. Promise this one is going to be really easy. Okay, so take out your math books and let's open them to page 703. For today, you just need your math book and a pencil. If you need to go get those things, push pause and run get them. Okay, we're going to start with the solve and share on page 703. So on the count of 3, if you want to read it out loud with me, you can. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Jenny has 3 liters of water. How many milliliters of water does she have? And what is the mass of the water in grams? Okay, let's read the speech bubble. There's always important information in the bubbles and in the boxes, so make sure you don't forget any of those. It says you can generalize about how you can change larger units to smaller units when working with customer units or metric units of capacity or mass. Just think about if you're talking about a larger unit like a liter and you're going to a tiny unit like a milliliter, we expect there to be a lot more milliliters than there are liters. So we should multiply and get that bigger number. Now the fact that we need to know is over here in this information box. It says some water bottles hold 1 liter or 1,000 milliliters of water. So what we know is 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Now our solve and share says that Jenny has a 3-liter bottle of water. So we need to change 3 liters into milliliters. And if I want to do that, I just take the number of liters times 1,000, since there are 1,000 milliliters in each liter. 3 times 1,000 is simply 3,000. So that 3 liters she has equals 3,000 milliliters. Now it also wants the mass of the water bottle in grams. And so how are we going to do that? It also says in our information box that 1 liter of water has a mass of 1 kilogram, but Jenny has 3 liters. So each of those liters weighs 1 or has a mass of 1 kilogram. So 3 of them would be 3 kilograms. And again, the fact we need to know is that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So we're really just going to do the same problem. We're going to take the 3 kilograms, multiply that by 1,000 because each one of them has a mass of 1,000 grams. So 3 times 1,000 is just 3,000. So its mass is 3,000 grams. Okay, so those are the only 2 facts we're going to be using today. Are 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, and 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So, simple facts to remember and really easy math to do today. Okay, let's go ahead and flip to page 704. Okay, on the top of 704, you have your box with these facts. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. And we're just going to add one more fact in there in the middle. 1 gram equals 1,000 teeny tiny milligrams. Super small little unit there. Okay, let's look at this other problem that they've worked out for us as an example. It says Louis needs 8 1-liter servings of apple juice. He has 5,000 milliliters of juice. Does Louis have enough apple juice if he's wanting to have 8 1-liter servings? Well, what you can do is think of how much he wants. He wants 8 liters. So how many milliliters would that be? That would be 8 times 1,000, which equals 8,000 milliliters. But remember, he only has 5,000 milliliters, so does he have enough? No, sorry, Louis, you don't have enough. You need 8,000 milliliters, which is greater than what you have, 5,000 milliliters. Now, today we're going to skip ahead to try some problems on page 707. And at the top, it shows us how we can do some of these conversions. Like if I want to go from a liter to a milliliter multiplied by 1,000. So if you have 8 liters, take that times 1,000, you get 8,000 milliliters. If I want to take grams to milligrams, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, and 9 times 1,000 equals 9,000. Now remember what we said the other day about metric system, and what makes it a little easier to work with than customary units is that everything is multiplied or divided by a multiple of 10. And all of the prefixes are the same, whether you're talking about liters, grams, meters, it doesn't matter. So again, the 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. You can see that they share that prefix together. Okay, we're going to try a few, then I'm going to have you try a few, and then we'll come back and check. So let's look at the bottom for 1 through 6. For 1 through 6, it says convert what they give you into the smaller unit instead. So, 2 liters. How many milliliters would that be? Well, I know 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. Since I have 2 liters, I just need to take 2 times 1,000. Remember, it's super simple to multiply by 1,000. You just take whatever number it is, 2 times 1, which gives you 2. And then since it's multiplied by 1,000, you simply add your 3 zeros to the end of that. So 2 liters would equal 2,000 milliliters. Okay, let's go down the bottom here, towards on the left side. 3 kilograms. Well, we know that kilograms, to change that to grams, we multiply by 1,000. So I'm just going to take the number of kilograms, 3 times 1,000, and 3 times 1,000 is simply 3,000. Okay, then 4 grams. How many milligrams is that? Again, there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram, so I'm going to take 4 times 1,000, and that's going to give me 4,000 milligrams. Now for number 7, we just need to fill out the chart. They want us to change the number of liters here on the left to so many milliliters. And again, we know that to convert liters to milliliters, you simply multiply by 1,000. So I'm just going to take each of these times 1,000. And that'll change my number of liters into milliliters. So 5 times 1,000 is going to give you 5 times 1, which is 5. Put those 3 zeros on the end, 5,000. 6 times 1,000 is going to give you 6,000. 7 times 1,000 will give you 7,000. 8 times 1,000 gives you 8,000. And 9 times 1,000 gives you 9,000. And you can just see that pattern. We're just counting it by thousands. Every time we go up 1 liter, we go up 1,000 milliliters. Okay, now what I want you to do is try the even number problems on the right. Put me on pause, work 2, 4, 6, and 8, and when you're finished, turn the video back on to check your answers. Okay, 4, number 2. When we're going from grams to milligrams, we're going to take the number of grams, 8 times 1,000, and 8 times 1,000, you should have found, was 8,000 milligrams. 7 liters into milliliters, take 7 times 1,000, and you get 7,000 milliliters. 8 kilograms into grams, take 8 times 1,000, and that equals 8,000. Okay, down here, I know when I have 1 kilogram, that equals 1,000 grams. So again, for every gram you have, that's 1,000 kilograms. So if I have 4 kilograms, I'm just going to take that times 1,000. That gives me 4,000. If I have 5 kilograms, take that times 1,000. That equals 5,000. 6 times 1,000 gives me 6,000. You can see this pattern. So 7 kilograms would be 7,000 grams, and 8 kilograms would be 8,000 grams. Okay, we're going to try just a few on the back side. Okay, so turn in your books to page 708. First one we're going to look at is number 11. 11 says, a glacier moved a boulder with a mass of 9 kilograms. What is the mass of the boulder in grams? Okay, so let's write out what we know. We know we have 9 kilograms. We're wanting to change that to grams. I know that there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram, so I'm just going to take 9 times 1,000. That's going to give me 9,000 grams. What about number 12? Another glacier moved a boulder that weighed 2 tons. How many pounds did the boulder weigh? Now this is a review of a lesson from last week. So you have to ask yourself, how many pounds are in a ton? Okay, take a moment and think back to last week. If you remember, we learned that 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So if I have 2 tons, I have to take that times 2,000, since there are 2,000 pounds in a ton, and that would be a total of 4,000 pounds. Okay, let's try number 14. This one might be just a little more challenging. I have a couple of steps that we need to do. Why don't we read number 14 together? 1, 2, 3. Rob has a 2-liter bottle of iced tea. He poured an equal amount of iced tea into 8 containers. How many milliliters does Rob pour into each container? Now what I would do first is look at how many liters Rob has. He has 2 liters. Since our question then goes into milliliters, I think our first step should be changing those 2 liters into milliliters. So how many milliliters would 2 liters be worth? Just take your 2 times 1,000, and that would be 2,000 milliliters. Now it said he poured an equal amount of iced tea into 8 containers. So how many milliliters are in each of those containers? Think about what we need to do here. What kind of problem will be working next? This should sound like a division problem to you. I'm going to take the 2,000 milliliters that we know Rob has, divide that by 8, since he's putting it equally into 8 containers. Okay, why don't you take a second and work that long division problem. So put me on pause, work your long division. When you finish, turn me back on. First thing you should have did was 8 goes into 20 twice. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract, we get 4. Bring down your 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract, you get 0. Bring down your other 0. 8 goes into 0 0 times. And that means 250 milliliters in each of the containers. Okay, 4th grade, that is the end of today's lesson. You're going to go to your Pearson Realize site today and watch a couple of videos, do your practice buddy. Then your homework assignment will go onto a Google form. I miss you and hope you have a great day. Thanks.